What was everybody worried about? What was everybody worried about? Eddie Howe's Mags are back at St. James's Park doing exactly what we do best, emptying away ends and causing cockney tears. Hey! The chance to do us a favour, Newcastle fans, make sure you stick around. It's too easy. Welcome back to Black White Banter, you lovely Newcastle fans, and here we are. It's back. It is back. Yes, we wanted players back from injury. Yes, we've been struggling, but my God, I'm so happy to see the back end of Gareth Southgate playing players off the bench in matches that mean absolutely nothing. It's just so nice to have football back. Weekends just aren't the same without it. But before we get any further, Newcastle fans, do us a favour, drop us a little likey Lou. Whack that subscribe. That goes a very long way if you like this match vlog by the end. And here we go. 3 o'clock kick-off. We don't know what they are because we are always on TV, but it's got the feeling of a proper British 3 o'clock kick-off. It does. It's brisk. It's cold. I've got my hat in my pockets. I'm probably going to look like I'm going to rob a bank later in this video, and I'm looking forward to it. I am. There's a lot of negativity, as I said on my match preview, that I don't really understand. Yes, we've got lots of injuries. Yes, our substitutes bench is not going to even touch what Chelsea's will look like today. But look at our starting 11, but not only that, look at our form at home. And yes, by the end of this video, if we get absolutely battered and we don't see an improvement on that Bournemouth game last time out, which was pretty dire, I'll look like an absolute idiot. But I don't understand why going into this I'm hearing so much, oh God, not looking forward to Saturday. And yes, I might always sound positive on my videos. I'm not always. Like PSG on Tuesday, I cannot wait to get over there. Sample a couple of snails, frogs' legs and some snails. Sample a couple of the finest in French lager, which hasn't got the best reputation. But I expect them to beat us. I do, and that's not me being negative. I just know that they will want revenge, and also it might come another game too many with the injuries we have. But today, 3 teams have beat us in 2 years under Eddie Howe. 3 teams, that's incredible. We should be going into this one full of optimism. Yes, Chelsea are scoring goals for fun, but Chelsea are also leaking goals for fun. It's got entertainment written all over it, which normally when we say that, it goes the opposite way. But let's get over there, let's get amongst it. Hopefully should be a cracking atmosphere. 3 o'clock kick-off. I do prefer the half-5s, but we've run out of our quota for them now. We can't have any of them anymore. Unfortunately, I do like to see a bit more of my day before I head over. I'm just about to jump on the metro. Let's get amongst it. Fingers crossed we see some fantastic football today. Isak, is he going to be back? That would be wonderful. We think Almiron's going to be back. Longstaff is the one that I'm absolutely sweating on. Even though it's cold, I am sweating at the thought of him not being in the team. But I'm optimistic. I'm going to get over there. Football is back. It's not raining. It's almost Christmas. How are you? Eddie Howe's Mags. Right, just outside the stadium, team news has dropped, but I've been joined just randomly by one fine gentleman, not 2 fine gentlemen. I do recognise that logo on the hat there, the Call Dog.
Yeah, it's a nice freebie.
But shows the hoodie as well.
Hey, show the hoodie.
Don't flip round. Look at this. Geordie's on tour, and joined by the fine gentleman of the two, Sama. How are you?
Good.
And right, predictions for today. We've just found out the teams. Mr. Isak is back in, which is good news. No Longstaff, which isn't so good news. What are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be 1-0 or 1-1. I'm hoping Isak's going to score.
Right, go on then. You've said 1-0 or 1-1. Is it a head over heart thing? Which one are you going for? Go on, give us one of the two.
1-0.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. And who's your favourite Newcastle player?
Bruno.
Popular choice. Good choice. Popular choice. And what about you?
And who's your favourite Call Dog?
Stumble there. Stumped. Right, what do you fancy today very quickly?
I actually have 1-0 down. I have put it, but it was rubbish odds, so I've went for a ridiculous scoreline today because the Chelsea score.
I'm not promoting gambling, by the way.
What's that?
Not promoting gambling on this video.
I've never said I put a bet on, but you know, if we come up with a stupid win today, like a 5-2, I'm laughing.
So what have you put on?
like a daft 5-2.
Oh, it is 5-2.
Do you know what? I've only put it on. I have put 1-0 on as well, but I just put a daft little bit on 5-2 for a laugh.
I think there'll be goals today. We're going to attack them. Chelsea prefer teams who attack them. I think they've proved that in the matches they've scored lots of goals in. They don't like teams to sit back. Eddie Howe doesn't sit back.
What's worrying though, Matthew, is the fact that people keep saying on Chelsea scored 8 goals in the last 2 games. They scored 4 goals against a team that were down to 9 men. And Man City could have had an off day, or they just played Man City at that game and scored well against them.
Well, here's a stat for you on that one, because you don't watch my match previews. I hope someone watching this might. In the last 6 matches, Chelsea have been involved in the most goals. They've scored 16 and conceded 12. So if we attack them, there might be goals
so my
today.
5-2 is looking good now, isn't it?
It is. Your 5-2 is looking very good.
At 150 to 1, I'd start my laugh, isn't it?
I tell you what, lots of positivity from these two.
Definitely.
Going to let these get into the stadium now. Fingers crossed. Those predictions. Either one, I'm not bothered as long as we get the 3 points. I've gone for, what did I go for? I went for 3-2 because I think there's going to be goals.
Yeah, don't disagree.
3-2. Yeah, so we've got a full house of confidence. All you get on these videos is confidence normally. So fingers crossed. I'm in there! Someone said to us the other day that Madri is just a Spanish Foster's, slightly fancier name, and everyone's paying more money for it. I've never been a big fan of Madri anyway, and now I just can't untaste it, can't think that I'm paying £6 in this stadium for a piss poor pint anyway. But you know, when someone says something, you kind of get it out your head. I'm nervous for this one now. Longstaff's not in the team. Gonna get myself to be seen in a second. How are you now? Half time, 1-1. I thought there'd be goals, and it has been a really attacking game. I'm relatively happy. I am. I think Newcastle have looked so much brighter, so much crisper, so much faster in the pass. Little give and goes in little tight spaces. Totally different to the Bournemouth game. My God, did our players need a rest. And I think for generally the half, we've had the better of it. We have. Really good goal from Isaac. I thought it was going to be offside. I genuinely thought it was going to be. It looked too easy. Lovely finish though. How we've missed a striker down the middle, especially in our last game. And then their free kick, I mean, I'd love to watch it back. I haven't been able to yet. It looked a little bit soft. It looked like one of them, any sort of touch he was going to go down. The referee feels like he has to give a free kick. There was a bloke in the toilet there criticising Nick Pope. For me, I had a great view of it in the strawberry corner. It's just a really, really good free kick. It's a really floated. The footballs these days I like penny floaters. I was just talking to Paul, if you're watching this, he said that, and he's right, it is. It's like a penny floater. On to the second half we go. I think so many of our players have looked bright. We obviously got caught in possession for their goal to give away the free kick. That was disappointing. We haven't created too many chances. Trippier's obviously hit the bar at the end of the half there. It's good. Generally speaking, we've been good. Chelsea want us to attack them so they can attack us, and that's exactly, I thought the game would go like that, and it has. I think there's more goals in this. I do. I just really hope. We've got nobody on the bench, nobody who can come on and change the game, so we just have to work with what we've got. I'm going to keep the faith. Away the lads. Get in yourself, son. Come on. just come out the stadium. I'll come all the way back, joined by these fine gentlemen who very, very kindly stopped to speak to us. So I'll make my way along, because there's no way I'm going to get this microphone anywhere near you to speak to you all at the same time. Right, William, apparently this is your first league game, is that right?
Yes.
And what did you think of that?
Really good. Really.
And who today was your man of the match? Who was your favourite player on the pitch today?
Joe Linton.
Joe Linton.
Yeah.
And what was your favourite goal of the 4?
It's probably when, I can't remember who it was, but when there was 2 Chelsea players and one of our players kicked it through them both and into the back of the net.
So many goals, so many different moments, but with this being your first league game, I just want to say thank you, because you must be the good luck charm, the reason we've won the game today. So 50,000 people have you to thank today, so please can you come every week?
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Looks to dad. And over to you, Luke. What did you think about that?
Yeah, incredible. We've seen some amazing games over the last few years, and this is just another one added to it. Brilliant.
There was a lot going into this game, a lot of people, not saying we were going to lose, but I heard a lot of draws. That was the most backed one. And I know the injuries are bad, but I still looked at our first team and I thought, we're still good. We still have a strong side, and so it proved again today.
Yeah, I mean, Bruno coming back was massive, but I think whenever we get rid off, we produce, don't we? It's phenomenal. Home form's incredible. Yeah, it's just another Eddie Howe masterclass. I mean, getting the right players back at the right time is brilliant, but yeah, Lewis Miley, I mean, coming into the team, didn't put a foot wrong.
Just going to ask about him.
Didn't put a foot wrong. It's an assist for the first goal, insane.
Was it him who? So we were debating who got the assist for the first goal. Was it him?
Yeah, Miley. But through about 3 Chelsea players, brilliant. Absolutely.
Because I was thinking, surely it's offside. It looked too easy.
Yeah, but that's what Isak does. Yeah, he just plays off the shoulder. Yeah, brilliant.
And I'll keep moving along. Sorry, mate. What was your name? Aaron. Yeah. So yes, we've got all 4 of us together. So your question for you, going into that one, where does that leave us going into PSG on Tuesday?
I mean, it's definitely, off the back of Bournemouth, we weren't looking great. The confidence is down.
It's a totally different game. 2 different teams compared to Bournemouth.
And then, we've come today completely different. We look rejuvenated. The breaks clearly helped us. I think it'll raise confidence, and hopefully we can go and get a result at PSG.
Do you think we will?
I mean, I'm confident. I'm always going to back the teams. You know what I mean?
To win or get a point?
Always win. We've showed what we can do here.
Can you imagine going to PSG and getting a win?
Incredible. But I mean, we've shown them we can beat them here. All we've got to do is do it again. And it sounds easy on paper, but we need to. The boys will want it more than ever, so I don't see why not.
What's your expectations for the season? Moving as a very different question, but
I mean, for me personally, I'd love a cup run. Cup final again would be fantastic. Obviously, with balancing all the competitions, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League, Premier League, it's going to be difficult, but I'm optimistic we can, do well in all competitions and still aim for at least top 6.
So based off that, I'm going to put you on the spot with a question. Okay. Would you take getting through the knockout rounds of the Champions League or the Carabao Cup semi-final?
It has to be Champions League.
Champions League.
Obviously, either or is fantastic. Neither's granted, but I think
I lean a little bit more towards the Carabao Cup, because then you're 1 game away from a final.
But Champions League's special, isn't it?
I agree.
European nights are special. It's different, and for me, that's what I prefer.
Okay. And last but again, mate, what was your name? Sorry, Lee. Last but certainly not least, Lee. Just in general, what did you think of that game today?
Amazing. I mean, with them injuries, coming in confident with it, but obviously a bit of nerves as well, because obviously starting lineup strong, bench nothing on there. And then hearing
3 goalkeepers. 3 goalkeepers.
And then hearing Willock was injured before as well was a bit missing. I don't know why. I don't know if it's illness or...
The club had shared a statement from him on social media 2 hours before the match saying these are the big... So something's gone wrong in the matrix somewhere.
Can only be that illness, or he's pulled up in the warm-up, I don't know.
We'll go with illness. I prefer illness. We'll go little cold. He had a little cold.
3 keepers shows it's something last minute, doesn't it? 3 keepers. Because you just call another youth up, wouldn't you? But yeah, amazing that 4-1. Could have never thought that.
And who's your man of the match today?
It's got to be Gordon, hasn't it? Assist and a goal. It's got to be.
Quality as well.
Yeah, quality.
And last but not least, term I'm using a lot today. Livramento. Do you think the performance he's putting in when he plays, and he's playing obviously left back, which isn't his favourite today? Do you think this is maybe the start of Dan Burn slowly becoming a substitute, a backup left back, if he keeps playing like he is? I thought Livramento today was fantastic.
Yeah, he was. He's. I I'd say so. I mean, I'm not Dan Burn's biggest fan at left back. Love him as a centre back. Love him. His passion, obviously, Geordie lad. But a left back, he's not always got it. They target him normally.
Whereas Livramento can play.
Exactly. Yeah, he'll match him for pace, and he'll just keep that. So I'd rather Dan Burn not play left back. So yeah, Livramento. I would rather him hold that position. Yeah.
And PSG for you, confident?
Yeah, we'll give it a good go. I think we've got to, haven't we? Because otherwise, if we don't get a result there, it's going to look a bit dodgy for us.
Yeah.
So I think we'll give them a good go. I'd like to say we'll win. I mean, but I'll take a draw, and then we'll come and beat AC Milan here.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Are you all going for a couple of slurps now, or
maybe, or we've got a long drive back though. We've got a long drive back.
Where are you going back to?
Nottingham.
Oh, God, right.
Yeah, so
love the dedication, love the miles.
Yeah. I mean, we'll try and get to as many games as we can. But obviously this year it's a bit harder. Last year I think we got to about 10 games, did we? A bit harder this season with the tickets and that, but we're trying our best to get up here.
I'll avoid that conversation today. I've already done a video about that this week. I don't want to make it a negative, but thank you very much for speaking to us. Well. I mean, was it a surprise? Was it a surprise that Eddie Howe's Mags have just demolished another team at St. James's Park? Well, I mean, it was. It was a bit of a surprise. I don't think any of us expected that, but I'm not going to stand here on this match vlog and say, I was right. But I genuinely was, and I'm speaking truth, hand on heart, I was genuinely surprised at the negativity going into this match just because of the injuries. And I said it on my match preview that our starting lineup was really solid. Like, we knew Isak was going to be back from Eddie Howe's press conference. So Gordon, Isak, Almiron, front three, Bruno back from suspension. But there was a lot of talk of draws and, Chelsea, And yeah, they've been in form, but my God, do this Chelsea team leak goals. And we thought it was going to be a goal fest, and it was. But we just need to keep the faith a little bit more. Before I dive into the match itself, we really, really do. We have no reason at all to doubt Newcastle United at home. Yes, maybe if some of our bigger players were missing, if there was no Isak, if Gordon was out, if Bruno was still suspended, I get it. And that Bournemouth match, it came at a time where we just didn't have the legs, but we've had a 2-week break. We know Eddie Howe loves these breaks. He really reins back in on things, gets back to basics. The players needed a rest. He had a rest, and it was good. It was absolutely brilliant. I thought first half, I said at half time, we had the better of it. We looked crisp. We looked fast in the pass. We looked sharp in the pass, and we just looked a different team, unrecognisable to the team that played against Bournemouth. And that game now feels a long distant memory. And I think there was so many standout performances today. And we just seem to do this thing at St. James's Park, where if we can get the crowd on board, which we did in the first 15 to 20 minutes, we scored. It was loud today in my end. It was. It's not always, but it was. And it just, everyone's up for it. Joe Linton's celebrating when he tackles. Anthony Gordon charging down everything. And it's difficult for opponents. And there's not many teams can come to St. James's Park and deal with it. Arsenal couldn't deal with it. Chelsea couldn't deal with it. And this is a Chelsea team who just ran Man City, one of the best teams on the planet. Game for, tackle for tackle, goal for goal. And we've just turned them over. We have. And yes, some people might turn to the red card. The game was over before the red card. I'm sorry. As soon as Thiago Silva made that awful mistake, the game was over. As soon as it went 3-1, I never looked back. I mean, I backed 3-2. I was kind of thinking, wouldn't it be nice to jump back on a video and call myself Mystic Matthew? But it was great. Now, standout performances from me. It's a tough one who my man of the match is. It really, really is. Some fans there have just said Anthony Gordon. I thought he was brilliant. Drawing the fouls, driving us on, his energy. He is such an outlet. And I said to the bloke next to me at half time today, it annoys me so much that Gareth Southgate knew these games meant nothing tonight over the international break. He knew they did. And he's coming out and he's saying, Gordon just needs to keep doing what he's doing. No! He's not going to give any more new players a chance just before the tournament in Germany starts. That was a perfect chance to leave Henderson in Saudi Arabia. So many players could have just stayed at home and he could have given so many new players a chance to bed in with some of the more experienced ones. Anthony Gordon is playing out of his skin in Europe. I would even go as far as saying in Europe. And he looks brilliant. And he's just terrorised Chelsea today. He was excellent. Livramento, for me, is my man of the match. And the reason Livramento is my man of the match is because he's still getting bedded in Premier League football for us. He was playing left back, which isn't his preferred position, and every single time I see this man play, he doesn't do anything wrong. He's great in the tackle. His decision making's brilliant. He can carry the ball. He's confident with the ball at his feet. He's confident in the pass. And I think, I asked a question to one of those lovely gentlemen from Nottingham there, I do think now we are slowly looking at Dan Burn maybe edging out, because if you think about what Livramento offers us at left back and Kieran Trippier, the fact them two can switch with each other, left back and right back, it offers us so much more. So much more than what Dan Burn does. And I think Dan Burn is brilliant. Geordie, passionate. He's played brilliantly for us. As much as he gets criticism from some quarters, he's been class. But Livramento, for me, did not put a foot wrong. And I think with everything considered, against some of the opposition, I think Chelsea are probably strongest in their wide areas. He gets my man of the match, but it could have been anyone. I thought Bruno was excellent today. Lascelles getting his goal. I mean, I had a lovely view of that from the Strawberry corner. Lovely floated cross, lovely header. There you go, Jamal. You might be coming in for Sven Botman, but I'll tell you what, Sven Botman's got a fight on his hands to bring you out, because you haven't done much wrong. And we were solid. We were brilliant. And first half, you know, there was people in the toilets, as I said at half-time, who were criticising Nick Pope for the free kick. That was a very good free kick, and it was almost a ball out the blue. And I tell you what, Mr. Raheem Sterling, not that you'll ever watch this video, but my God, I don't know why you were knee-sliding in front of us in that corner. But what was the score, Sterling? What was the score when you sit down to probably your very expensive wine tonight, when you eventually get back from London once you've dealt with that defeat? I think it was 4-1. So you might just want to keep all of them sorts of celebrations in front of home fans a little bit quiet until the full-time whistle goes, until you get a little bit closer. I don't know why he did that. Maybe someone had said something to him in my corner, I don't know, but it was very, very random, and he deserved the booze that he got for the rest of the match. But I don't think he'll be feeling too cocky walking out of St. James's Park tonight. And yeah, I thought we controlled their attack pretty well. I was worried that a team that attacks is what Chelsea would have preferred, and I think we did get a little bit exposed at times. We were the makers of our own downfall. We were a bit sloppy with the ball in areas, which is one of the only negatives I could talk about today. But yeah, that is really clutching at straws at negatives, because we've just won 4-1 against a very, very informed Chelsea team who've won a fair few away matches more recently. And I'm proud as punch of the lads once again, as I always am. We've missed a striker. Mr. Alexander Isak was back. His goal, absolutely fantastic. Lovely finish. I thought it was offside because it looked too easy, that pass. And Mr. Miley, last but certainly not least, Mr. Miley. He has come in so inexperienced. He had some good game time over in America, and I thought he looked quite good in America. But generally speaking, he's still so young to be thrown in a Premier League match, 3 o'clock against an informed Chelsea side. He doesn't look out of place. And yes, we missed Longstaff today, but I think we missed Longstaff more in those runs that he makes off the ball, moving forward between the lines. That's what we missed. Miley today, absolutely brilliant, and he deserves all applause. I would love to give him man of the match. I don't think he contributed enough for me to say that he was man of the match. But with all things considered, it's not a bad shout at all, just because of his age and his lack of experience. He is certainly one for the future, and finally, with the investment, we might start looking to more kids coming through, and I'm proud as punch as the lad, because if we can get another player like Longstaff, like Byrne, like Dummett, who plays with every single last breath that they have with their heart on their sleeve, that's only good for Newcastle United. Eddie Howe knows how important it is to have fans in the team and local lads in the team, and long may that continue. I thought he was excellent. And Enzo Fernandez, £120 million. When I was Miley's age, I was drinking Lambrini and listening to Pretty Green Eyes. He's just had a £120 million World Cup winner in his back pocket. Fan-fucking-tastic. Now on to PSG we go. I am going over to Paris. There will be vlogs coming on that. Where do we stand? I'm still not confident we'll get a result in Paris. I think the occasion might be a bit much. That substitutes bench that we had tonight with 3 goalkeepers and Matt Ritchie was essentially our bench. That might not be enough to get over the line in a hostile environment in Paris. It will be hostile over there. They will want revenge. But I tell you what, would I write this group of players off? No, I certainly wouldn't, because we are beating and turning over some of the best teams in the Premier League and in Europe. it's just a little bit of a different kettle of fish away from home. I wish we were playing PSG at St. James's Park again. I really, really do. That AC Milan game could be the important one, but I'm not going to go over there too negative, because what I have seen tonight is exactly what I expected. Eddie Howe's Mags have had a break. Eddie Howe's Mags are doing what they do at home and smashing teams, not with ease, but my God, are we putting teams in what I am now knowing is the Newcastle United chokehold. That's what it is. Absolutely over the moon. Newcastle fans, go and enjoy your beers. Probably by the time this video goes out, you'll have already enjoyed your beers. I hope the hangovers are worth it. I'll certainly be divulging in a few. I'll be getting me pants packed for a lovely trip over to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower, the city of love. So if you've liked this match for Newcastle fans, do us a favour, whack that like, whack that subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Enjoy your weekend, because Eddie Howe's Mags are back after a nice little breakaway. We might have injuries, but you wouldn't think it. Away the lads!